In this video, I'm going to do a review of a BestArc plasma cutter. This plasma cutter was sent to me to make this video with, and this has to be one of the best quality ones I've seen of the inexpensive plasma cutters. It sells for $259.99, and I'm going to put links in the description to where you can buy it at and all their social media pages. So here it is, and this is a model BTC500DP, and this means it's a 7th generation one. And it's an inverter based plasma cutter. It's dual voltage. And here's all the information. It'll cut up to 12 millimeter good quality. It was severance, I think it said 5/8. Yeah, and this one already has the water trap and everything on the back. It uses a different style quick coupler than what I use, but I think I already have an adapter made up to use that. Yeah, and here's the adapter. So if you're using it on 120 volts, comes with the ground clamp, comes with a torch, and it also comes with two extra electrodes and 2 extra nozzles. Yeah, the adapter I made up, it was actually the opposite way, so I'll change this quick coupler on the thing. And what I like to use for air lines is this Teflon tape that's for natural gas lines. It works better than the regular Teflon tape. And Loctite also makes a sealer for doing air lines that works real good too. Yeah, and here's the owner's manual. Yeah, apparently it'll on 120 volts it'll cut up to like 10 millimeter, and on 240 volts it cuts 12 millimeter, but we'll actually cut severance thicker metal than that. And it tells what air pressure it needs. So about 70 pounds should do everything. And I also like to use these plasma cutters turned all the way up. There's really no reason to ever have to turn the amps down. I know some people are constantly messing with that, but it's not necessary. On my other 2 plasma cutters, I've always used them turned all the way up for everything. So now I'm going to put the torch on there. Yeah, and this is the same torch that's used on a lot of the inexpensive plasma cutters. And on BestArc's website, they sell lots of the tips, nozzles, and that this pink porcelain piece, and these pieces. So you can buy all these parts. So that's all there is to hooking the torch up. So now I'll hook the ground clamp up. Yeah, and this has these DINS connectors that you just push in and turn. So that's all there is to setting this thing up. So now let's actually test it out. Yeah, it also comes with this little wrench to replace the electrodes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this draws less than 20 amps on 240 volts. So I'm going to plug it into the 240 volt plug socket that's 20 amps with this adapter, just to see if it works without popping a breaker. Yeah, most of these inverter-based plasma cutters and welders, they draw very little power. So if you live in a house where you don't have a 50 amp socket, you can make it up in an adapter and plug it into the dryer socket. So I got it plugged in and I got the air hose hooked up. And what you want to use for a plasma cutter is shade 5 welding glasses. You could also use an auto darkening helmet and turn it down to 5. And these are actually prescription ones, and they come from this company. I think I found them on eBay or Amazon or something. So first I'm going to try it out on some 1/8 inch plate. And the power switch on this is on the back. And how this works is you push this button here, and that's so you can set the air pressure right. And you just get in the green here. Then you got 2T and 4T. And this is the amps. I'm going to leave it turned all the way up at 50 amps. And this is the post flow, so that it runs the air after you on this setting. And this is the pilot arc, how long the pilot arc will go for. And I have it set for ½ a second. This plasma cutter is definitely very easy to set up. And now we're going to try it out on some 1/4 inch plate and some aluminum. This is 1/4 inch plate. And now we're going to try it on aluminum. Yeah, and the nice thing about a plasma cutter is it will cut anything, pretty much anything that will conduct electricity. And if you work with metal and you don't already have a plasma cutter, you should get one. And another great thing about a plasma cutter is it doesn't get the metal very hot that you're cutting, so you can pretty much pick it up right after you cut it. With a torch, you can't touch it for a long time. Yeah, I'm going to try this out on 120 volts, and we're going to try to cut this 1/4 inch plate here. And when you have it plugged into 120 volts, it only goes up to 35 amps. So we're going to try it out now on the 120 volts. Yeah, at 120 volts it says it'll cut up to 10 millimeter, which is just a little bit thicker than 3/8. And on 240 volts it will cut 12 millimeter, which is about almost 1/2 inch. Yeah, and this one definitely seems to be one of the better quality, inexpensive plasma cutters out there. Yeah, it also has a swivel piece in the torch here. And on these plasma cutters, to buy more tips and nozzles and that porcelain piece are very inexpensive to buy.